Hi friends, welcome to Easy and Homestyle Cooking. I'm Mrs. Ragini. Today I'm going to show you a dessert recipe, and this dessert is slightly different but tasty, and if you see, you will tell this is similar and very easy to make it. Yes, I always show little bit easy versions, and this today what we are learning is kajikayalu. Kajikayalu, we can make it in varieties, dear friends. Salted version, that is a hot version, or the sweet version. So today we can make two types of kajikayalu, carrot and kova. So here in a pan we are going to add very little of butter. In this we are going to add the carrot. First we are going to cook the carrot in the butter for just 3 to 4 minutes in a slow flame. By the time we are going to mix the dough to make our kajikayalu. So here to make the kajikayalu, we are going to mix the flour, that is the all-purpose flour. So what I am going to do is, I am going to make the kajikayalu. These kajikayalu, we are going to dip it in our sugar syrup. So we are going to make it into thick, and we are going to stuff it, make it into shapes and fry it and put it in the sugar syrup. To make the dough, here I have the all-purpose flour. Just take as per how much quantity you are making. Based on that you can take your flour and pinch of salt and also some butter. You can add 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of butter. So here is the butter. Mix the butter into the flour and this will become into nice crumble. For 1 cup of flour you can add 1.5 tablespoon of butter, and we are going to add some water and make it into a dough, not too tight dough, not too soft dough. Now we are going to add water. How you make your regular kajikayalu dough, the same way you need to mix this dough, and we are going to rest this dough for 5 minutes, and then we are going to start making our small puris, and we are going to stuff this carrot and kova. So this is done. I am going to keep the ball side, and we are going to knead the dough little bit. There is lot of butter, so it's not going to stick, and now I am going to rest this for 5 minutes. By the time our stuffing also ready. So friends, here you can see our carrot is nicely soft. We don't want this to be overcooked, slightly we want this to be cooked. And now I am going to add the kova. You will get it in the market, or otherwise you can just curdle the milk and you can use that curdled milk also. And in this we are going to add some cardamom powder for flavoring, and if you want you can add very little of sugar into this, but I am not going to add sugar into this because I am going to dip the kajikayalu into the sugar syrup. So I am not going to add any more sugar in the stuffing. So this is ready. We are going to rest this for some time because it's hot, so we don't want to put the hot mixture as a stuffing. So I am going to rest this, and then we are going to start making our kajikayalu. So friends, here is our dough. Make it into a small dumplings like this, and we are going to dust some flour, and we are going to roll it into slightly thick, like how we make our kachoris. The same way we need to roll this into slightly thick. And what we are going to do is, I don't have the kajikaya cutter, so what I am doing is I am taking a nice round cutter. I am going to cut this with this cutter. Before itself we are going to cut them, and now I am going to put the stuffing. Before putting the stuffing, what we are going to do is we are going to apply some water to the edges. We need to seal it, so apply little bit extra water and take the stuffing and put it in the center. Be gentle, dear friends, add little bit extra, and now hold it and seal it. Seal it and press it perfectly so that when you try to deep fry it, it won't open. You can see I sealed it perfectly, and now this goes into the oil. So what we are going to do is, I am going to make couple of them, and then I am going to fry it at a time. The oil should be very slow because the dough is little bit thick. When we try to fry it, the oil should be low, otherwise outside will cook and inside the dough will be very soft. The dough won't cook. So cook it in a slow flame for 5 to 10 minutes. This will take little bit extra time. If you don't want to do it this way, what you can do is you can make into our regular kajikayalu. I already shared how to make our regular kajikayalu. You can make it the same way also. I am going to show you that also one. So friends, here is our kajikayalu. I made couple of them and you can see this is nice and thick, and before itself I made it into shape, then I folded it and sealed it perfectly, and now this goes into the oil. The oil should not be too hot, as I said. Drop it and we need to cook it in slow flame till you get a nice golden color. So friends, by the time these gets deep fried, it will take at least, as I said, 8 to 10 minutes. And here another variation is you need to roll it into very thin puris like this, and I have rolled into nice thin puris, and now we are going to apply little bit water to the edges, and to this you can just deep fry it and you can have it just like that also. If you want to make it the regular way, then you can add very little of sugar to this mixture and put the mixture in the center. I did not added sugar to this. I am just showing you an additional option. So seal this. Here is another one. Make it into a thin puri and apply some water to the edges and seal this. This variation won't take much time to deep fry. This will fry very fast because it's nice and thin. So it will fry very fast. So two variations, one is soaking in sugar syrup and another one without soaking in the sugar syrup. So here is one more, and now you can see the kajikayalu over here. It's frying in a very slow flame and it's slightly puffed up, and now I am going to increase the flame and I am going to color this till we get a nice golden color, and then I am going to put it in the sugar syrup. So friends, here you can see our kajikayalu. It took 10 minutes to fry and you can see equally it got colored, nice golden in color. I just switched off the flame. If you want, you can put it in a paper towel and then put these hot into the sugar syrup. Any one can be hot, either your kajikayalu can be hot or you can use the hot sugar syrup. Any one can be hot, and I am going to drop this into the sugar syrup. These are thick, so it won't become soft. You will get nice crispy texture outside and inside will be slightly soft. And here one is already soaked, so I am going to remove this from the sugar syrup and we are going to arrange this onto a plate. So here I am going to add one more in the sugar syrup. It's very hot. So let it sit in this sugar syrup for at least 15 to 20 minutes and then you can remove this and serve it. So here is our regular kajikayalu, which I rolled it into very thin, then stuffed it, sealed it and fried it. You can see this, you need not put it in the sugar syrup. If you want, you can sprinkle little bit of sugar, powder sugar on top and you can serve it, or otherwise in the stuffing itself you can add very little of sugar and you can stuff it. Whichever way you want, you can try it out, dear friends. Two variations I showed you. The regular variation is this one, and this is slightly different variation, like how you get it in the restaurants and in the sweet shops. The same way I made it. So friends, here is our simple kajikayalu ready to have it when they are warm. Dear friends, have it. If it is too cold, then the taste or the maza you don't get it. So slightly when it is warm, you can have this. Here inside the filling and outside nice crispy texture. Don't soak it too much, otherwise it will become soft. We want the outside to be slightly crispy and inside we want slightly soft. And no, we did not add any sugar to our carrot and the khoya, but still it's giving an amazing taste. Little bit juicy inside and it's giving a perfect taste. Dear friends, you need to try this. I showed you both the variations. Any one you can try it out and feed your family fresh. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this simple session of making carrot and khowa kajikayalu. If you like it, make it, share it and also feed your family fresh food. See you in another session with some more recipes.